there, I'm Jules. Nice to see you. The word of the day today is carrier. There are a lot of different definitions of carrier that I could be talking about. I wonder which one I'm talking about. If you'd like to know why carrier is the word of the day, watch my next video and then read the description to find out. Hey babes, so my question today is, how many times are we going to play this game? Because at this point, it's kind of a matter of pride that I finish this game. I mean, I can't just stop. I'm almost done, I feel like. It's kind of that logical fallacy, I can't remember what it's called, where you think you've spent so much time on something that you need to continue spending time on it, even though you don't really. Okay, let's do it. That's a bad idea, sir.
Praise him, praise be to the Lord. The Lord, Archbishop with gift, and thereby the
The logical fallacy I'm thinking of is called the sunk cost fallacy. Just remembered now.
Good day, Your Grace, and well met. Might I inquire whether Your Grace has made a decision regarding whether to give Thomas Blagg the bishopric of Salisbury?
Ah, yes, Dean Blagg. I had my chaplain look into what you told me regarding irregularities in Dean Blagg's stewardship of Rochester Cathedral. Methinks you said he was embezzling coin and pawning cathedral furnishings, did you not? Well, it seems you did speak true.
Oh, indeed?
Of course I will make nothing of it, as I wish to avoid the scandal. I merely told Dean Blagg that I could not offer him the bishopric due to various episcopal and doctrinal constraints.
Of course. And what problem would Your Grace wish me to address this day?
Oh, 'tis a problem with my other deans. With each passing day there seems to be a new dean at the palace gates, come to petition me for this wretched bishopric of Salisbury. Presently, 'tis Owen Wood, the Dean of Armagh. Since he returned from Ireland, he talks of nothing else.
How tiresome for Your Grace.
Indeed. I have told Owen that I am giving his request careful consideration, but in my experience, this only delays a dean for so long. I do have to grant the occasional bishopric, or else my deans become restless.
Doubtless, Your Grace.
But after what I learned about Dean Blagg, I must take care to exercise caution. Hence, I would have you tell me anything you know, that is, anything the stars reveal, about Owen Wood that would render him unsuitable to perform the role of bishop.
Then let us ask the stars. Is there any reason why the Most Reverend John Whitgift, the Archbishop of Canterbury, should not grant Owen Wood the bishopric of Salisbury?
I don't like this guy. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. Should I grant Dean Wood the bishopric of Salisbury? Owen Wood is a vain but patient man who has God on his side. The sun falling in Libra. This represents a vain man, Owen Wood. Saturn exalted in Libra. This represents patience, house of God's help. While Owen is uncertain about whether he will be offered the bishopric of Salisbury, he remains optimistic. Jupiter. This represents optimism. Neptune. This indicates confusion. House of Legacy. John Whitgift is impossible to please. The moon in detriment Capricorn. This represents being impossible to please. House of the Queert. John Whitgift should bring Owen Wood's dream of being a bishop to life. Pluto in retrograde. This advises a reversal of death. House of Ambitions. What is this one? Okay. When it comes to his relationships with women, Owen Wood has a creative interpretation of the teachings of the Bible on the sin of adultery. Mercury. This indicates creativity. Venus in detriment in Scorpio. This represents adultery. House of Relationships. Owen Wood has betrayed his wife. Mars falling in Cancer. This indicates betrayal. House of Marriage. An unexpected problem may arise concerning Owen Wood and some unborn children. Uranus falling and in retrograde. This indicates an unpredictable reversal in fortune. House of Unborn Children. I'm gonna go with this one, because I don't know if any of that is actually true. I don't want to screw this guy over for no reason.
Your Grace, the stars advise you to grant Owen Wood the bishopric, for Dean Wood is a patient, self-regarding man who is not likely to give up his hopes for advancement.
He will not let the matter rest, will he? Then I suppose I must grant him the bishopric, or I shall never hear the end of it.
Very wise, Your Grace. And one more matter, if I may. Has Your Grace yet had the opportunity to consider the granting of my medical license?
Ah, yes, that. Once my chaplain has finished looking into the matter, I shall be giving it careful consideration. Good day.
Better than nothing, I guess. Querent, John Whitgift, seen September 28, 1599 at 3. The querent did wish to know whether he should grant Owen Wood the bishopric of Salisbury. I did advise the querent to grant Owen Wood the bishopric. Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Okay, if I keep doing good, I'll get a letter. I pray that Owen shows the Diocese of Salisbury more loyalty than he has lately shown his wife. So is that true, then?
Since Blythe left Alice in the lurch, for solution she does search. 'Tis true she's the wedded half the church, but Blythe left Alice in the lurch.
That was a really pretty one.
Good day, mistress. What brings you?
I am come about my lover who is lately returned from Ireland.
Ah, yea, and your current lover is, as I recall... Ah, yes, your lover at present is Owen Wood, the Reverend Dean of Armagh, is it not?
Aye.
And according to my notes, you were afeard he might die in battle. And yet you do not appear to be much pleased he's returned alive. Whatever is the matter, madam?
Know you why Dean Wood is returned to England? 'Tis because Archbishop Whitgift, who did deny my husband the bishopric of
Her
Salisbury, has gone and given it to him instead.
Oh, I am heartily sorry, madam. 'Tis cruel indeed.
Aye, but that is not the end of Owen's treachery. It is being said around the diocese that my lover, Owen Wood, is romantically entangled with 2 other women.
And who might these 2 other women be? Might one of them be his wife, or...
Of course not. Do not jape with me, Foreman. I did hear that one of the ladies Owen is seeing is Mistress Ways, while the other is a certain Anne Hayborn, with whom I am not yet acquainted. I do hear she is a very young and comely maiden, though mayhap a maiden no longer. I prithee, scribble one of those doodles of yours and tell me if this be true.
Madam, if you will but afford me some silence and calm, I will compose one of my doodles, as you so call my mathematically precise astronomical charts, and endeavour to answer your question. To wit, is Owen Wood, the Dean of Armagh, wooing other women?
I think he is, considering what the guy said, John Whitgift. Is my lover, Owen Wood, wooing other women? Owen Wood is deceiving Alice and wooing other women, but Alice may be optimistic, for his relationships with these women are marred by discord. Mars, this suggests conflict. Jupiter, this represents optimism. Neptune, this indicates deception. House of love and romance. Owen Wood, to everyone's great surprise, will abandon his wench-chasing ways. Uranus in retrograde, this represents a surprise reversal. Pluto in retrograde, this indicates a sexual reversal. House of associates. Owen Wood is conducting numerous romantic affairs. Venus, this represents romance, house of relationships. Owen Wood aspires to bed sweet, gentle ladies. The moon exalted in Taurus, this represents gentleness, house of ambitions. Owen Wood's time in Ireland has given him occasion to reflect intelligently upon the current state of his financial affairs. He has decided to curtail his profligate spending. Mercury, this represents intelligence. Saturn exalted in Libra, this indicates frugality, house of foreign countries. God is gracing Owen Wood with maturity. The Sun, this represents a mature man, Owen Wood, house of God's grace. I'm gonna go with this one, because it's... I don't know.
I have good tidings for you, mistress. Your relationship with Owen Wood is secure. 'Tis true he has indeed been conducting intimate liaisons with some of the wives and daughters of various deans and bishops, but...
So then 'tis true. What a maid-fiddling maggot of a man is he!
Aye, but prithee, madam, I had not finished. The stars suggest that Dean Wood's affairs with these women will shortly end, for it seems he is in dispute with them.
What, with all of them? At the same time?
It would seem so. Mayhap they all have been apprised of the same rumour that brings you this day.
Well, I am glad to hear these affairs are soon to be ended. But I will not lie, I am no less vexed with him. And indeed, if Owen has been larking about, 'tis only fair I do the same, to even things out between us.
Ah, I think what you may be referring to is lex talionis. 'Tis the law of retaliation, as practised by the ancient Babylonians. Well, madam, indeed, if it would help square matters betwixt you and Dean Wood, you may consider me wholly at your service.
Yeah, okay. Querent, Alice Blogg, scene, November 2nd, 1599 at 2. The querent did wish to know whether her lover, Owen Wood, the Dean of Armagh, was wooing other women. I was able to reassure the querent that although Owen Wood has indeed been bedding half the diocese, the women concerned were presently turning against him. Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Coitus post consultatio. One down and 3 to go before things are square betwixt Owen and I. Although, mayhap I should count that one as a half. Oh!
Archbishop, priest, gift. Ye priests who have heard castle and Archbishop with gift.
Cool.
Ah, God give you good even, your grace.
You would do well not to look so pleased with yourself, sirrah, for your counsel has occasioned me a great deal of trouble.
No.
Trouble, your grace? Would this have anything to do with the stars advising you to grant Owen Wood the bishopric of Salisbury?
Indeed it would, for your counsel very near endangered the reputation of the church. After having promised Owen the bishopric, as you advised, I was obliged to withdraw the appointment on the morning of his ordination, for Dean Wood is now cods deep in scandal. The parish council has received numerous paternity suits, and 'tis said that scores of defiled wenches bethrong the gates of his deanery each morning, clutching suckling babes and demanding recourse. As for young Anne Hayborn, she has had her reputation ruined, and Dean Ways is barely speaking to his wife anymore.
On my word, how disgraceful.
Aye, indeed. If only Owen had the sense to exercise more discretion.
Yes, indeed, your grace.
The Bishop of London, for instance, manages his affairs very quietly. I might have been able to look the other way, but in this instance I could not let Owen's indiscretions pass. For a wretched local woman by the name of Mary Payne got wind of the scandal and stirred up a public fuss about it. Oh, the devil take the woman and her bacon-faced husband.
If I might venture an opinion, your grace, mayhap if we were to pay no heed to Mary Payne and her ilk, they would eventually tire of their animus and leave us all be. But is it upon such problems you come this day, or upon some other matter?
I am come about my health. I believe I do ail of something.
Then pray, describe your complaint to me, your grace.
Well, I am afflicted with pain in my back, and at times I find myself hard of breathing. Indeed, I feel I may have phlegm in my chest, and I do bear these odd-looking spots upon my body that will not mend.
If you will permit me to loosen your robes to examine you. I see. Methinks I have a notion of what ails you. Let me confirm it with a reading of the stars. What troubles Archbishop Whitgift?
Whitgift. I have backache, short-windedness, and spots. What ails me? John Whitgift is troubled with mattering in the breast. It causes chest pain, which is occasioned by corrupt phlegm having gathered in the chest. The moon domicile in Cancer. This indicates the illness will get worse before it gets better. Cancer, ruler of the chest. John Whitgift is afflicted with knobs on the yard, disease oft associated with lechery and characterized by wart-like growths on the privy member. The Sun falling in Libra. This suggests the illness is chronic but intermittent. Mercury in retrograde. This suggests an addiction that may be reversed. Venus domicile in Libra. This suggests a severe imbalance of phlegm in the body. Saturn exalted in Libra. This suggests a severe imbalance of black bile in the body. Libra, ruler of the skin. John Whitgift is suffering from the French pox, a venereal disease occasioned by lying with a pocky person. It is characterized by persistent sores on the arms and legs, short-windedness, and bodily aches. Mars domicile in Scorpio. This suggests a severe imbalance of yellow bile in the body. Scorpio, ruler of the reproductive system. Sores, short-windedness, bodily aches. Sores, short-windedness. Okay, I'm going to say that one. Please, I need this.
Your Grace, I know not how to put this delicately. You have the French pox. I am not sure how this is possible, as you're a man of the cloth. Indeed, mayhap I check the stars again.
No need. I did suspect as much.
Verily? How astute of you. The French pox can oft be difficult to cure, but in your case, it is not far advanced. This ointment of boar grease and mercury is to be applied to your entire body. It must be rubbed in vigorously to ensure the mercury is well absorbed into the skin. You may then expect to see the sores on your body start to heal within a matter of days.
I see. And, I imagine your manservant William will be giving me this treatment?
No, Your Grace. The grease is to be taken home with you and applied each night before bed for 9 days. Mayhap your, chaplain could apply it to your Grace's body.
Ah, yes, a fine idea. I thank you for this treatment, sir. Fare you well, Dr. Foreman.
Before you leave, Your Grace, might I inquire again as to the possibility of you granting me a medical license? Your Grace did mention you would give it careful consideration.
Ah, yes, indeed I did I not? Have no fear, Dr. Foreman. My chaplain is looking into it. Good day.
Querent, John Whitgift, seen September 30th, 1600 at 5. The querent did present with complaints of backache, short-windedness, and odd-looking spots. I did diagnose the French pox and prescribed bloodletting and an application of boar fat and mercury ointment to the querent's body. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Yes! I do believe this doctor and I are beginning to develop something of an understanding.
Here comes Lord Devereux, ready to fight. Wild-eyed and restless, he's been up all night. He may not know much, but he knows that he's right. Never in tights.
This guy's a sleaze.
Give ye good morrow, my lord. I trust your lordship is well this day.
Well? God's body, am I likely to be well? I have been languishing under lock and key while all England goes to ruin.
Yes, I did hear something of your arrest. I take it your encounter with the Queen did not go as well as planned.
Nay, 'twas a disaster. I took the precaution of seeking an audience with Her Majesty just after dawn, to be sure I would find her alone. But when I entered her bedchamber, she let out such a blood-curdling scream it alerted the palace guards, who ran into the room and arrested me.
Duh.
But you were imprisoned in your York House residence, were you not? The fact that you were placed under house arrest and not imprisoned in the Tower surely speaks to the Queen's fondness for you. I trust your time in confinement was not uncomfortable, at least.
Well, yes, my time away from the world and its trifling concerns did, in truth, prove useful. It afforded me time to reflect on larger questions, to take stock of my life and put recent events in perspective.
I see. And what resolution did this quiet period of sober reflection bring you? A closer relationship with God? Or perchance you are resolved to spend more time with your family?
What? Nay, I said my mind was turned to larger questions. To wit, am I destined for greater things? Am I chosen by God to rule a kingdom? For I must needs act. The realm is under threat from within. For why was I verily imprisoned? Was it merely to punish me for some trifling mistakes I made in Ireland? Nay, 'twas to separate me from the Queen.
Well, I imagine after discovering you in Her Majesty's bedchamber...
Do you not yet see? The Privy Council means to keep me away from Whitehall, lest I see how they have contrived to control and manipulate the Queen since I left for Ireland.
My lord! Are you saying the Queen is weak and no longer in control of her reign?
Aye, indeed. Something must be done about it. Well, man, do not just stand there.
Yes, of course, my lord. Let us see whether the stars may give you your answer. Is Robert Lord Devereux, Earl of Essex, destined to, rule England?
Am I destined to rule England? I don't know about that. Robert Devereux is a strong authority figure. The Sun, this represents authority. Mars exalted in Capricorn, this represents strength, house of the querent. Devereux should use his substantial wealth to cleverly ensure cooperation with his plans. In short, he should engage in bribery. Mercury, this indicates intelligence. Venus, this represents cooperation, house of wealth. The Queen's failure to produce an heir will have violent consequences. Uranus falling and in retrograde, this indicates a violent reversal, house of unborn children. Robert Devereux suffers from geopolitical ignorance. A foreign sovereign is destined to rule England. Jupiter in detriment in Virgo, this indicates ignorance, house of foreign countries. Devereux is deluded about his legacy. Neptune in retrograde, this indicates a head turned by confusion, house of legacy. If Devereux does not rein in his ambitions, he will die. Pluto in retrograde, this warns of a death unless there is a change of course, house of ambitions. Devereux would do well to limit the influence of his friend's advice upon him. Saturn, this advises constraint, house of friendships. Devereux is secretly motivated by his feelings about the Queen and how he has been treated by her. The Moon, this represents a woman, Queen Elizabeth, house of secrets. We're just gonna go, I'm not gonna think about it.
My lord, the stars give you warning against paying heed to the counsel of friends. Was it, perchance, a friend who planted the seeds of these suspicions? To wit, your lordship's concerns regarding the Privy Council?
Indeed, it was my friends who apprised me of the threat, but I see no reason to doubt them.
My lord, for the sake of your safety, I must ask you honestly, is it verily plausible, this notion that you were imprisoned on the Privy Council's orders to hide some manner of grand conspiracy? Or might the truth be far simpler, though harder to bear, that the Queen had good reason to punish you, and you are now vexed that you are no longer her favourite? Of course, I say this with the greatest respect and the greatest of...
What? God's teeth, man! What is in you this day? Indeed, I will not suffer to be lectured in such a manner. 'Tis apparent such complex affairs of state are far beyond the understanding of a commoner. Forsooth, a mere astrologaster. I bid you a final adieu, for methinks I will have no need of you henceforth.
But my lord,
My duty is clear. For the sake of the realm and the safety of its people, I must act without delay.
Astrologaster.
Okay. Querent, Robert Devereux, seen January 2nd, 1601 at 9. The querent did wish to know whether he is destined to rule England. I did advise the querent that he was not destined to rule, and that he must not allow his friends to convince him otherwise. Methinks the querent took my advice most ill. I was so close. Dang. My claim to the throne may not be as strong as the Stuarts', or the Lennoxes, the Greys, or the Yorks, but a pox on all their houses. God has chosen me. Good luck with that, buddy.
Almighty God, redeem thy servant Father's track for thy eternal grace and mercy. Is not shed by his wife.
Oh my god, the vocals are just beautiful.
Good day, Dean Blagg. How now, good sir? I see you do ale of something.
I do ail of something, foreman. Forsooth, I fear I am very ill indeed. For I tremble day and night with fever, and my face does itch and prick with pain.
Verily, you do exhibit upon your nose and cheeks a rash of a most remarkable hue.
Before you do this reading for me, Foreman, I must have your word that you will not speak of this to my wife, Alice. In truth, I have had her believe that I was set upon by an angry swarm of wasps that have lately been nesting in the north transept of the cathedral.
I do understand. A kind husband would naturally wish to shield his wife from any undue distress.
Ah, yea, that of course. And there be also the small matter of the promise I did make to restore the Blagg family fortune before I died, and thus not leave my wife and children to live in penury when I am gone. If Mistress Blagg were to think that I am gravely ill, it would provoke some awkwardness between us that I would rather wish to avoid.
Ah, I take it then that your finances are also in poor health.
Alas, they are. For as you accurately predicted, the Archbishop never did grant me the bishopric of Salisbury. It would seem his grace is content for me to remain in my current state of penury.
I see. Well, as to your wife, Alice, be not afeard, sir. We doctors take querent confidentiality most seriously. As Hippocrates did say, testa Apollinum medicum secreta. Among other things. Now, mayhap we proceed to consult the stars on the matter of your condition. With what disease is my querent Thomas Blagg troubled, and how may he be cured?
Let's see. I have a red nose and cheeks and much bodily pain. What ails me? Blagg suffers from erysipelas, a severe skin disease of the face that is accompanied with pain and fever. Pluto, this suggests the possibility of death. Aries, ruler of the face. Blagg is troubled with evil digestion, caused by the overconsumption of strong drink. Jupiter in detriment in Virgo. This suggests a mild imbalance of blood. Virgo, ruler of the digestive system. Blagg suffers from a bone shaw, being a knob-like growth rising on the shin. The Sun in detriment in Aquarius. This suggests the condition is chronic but intermittent. Mars. This represents an imbalance of yellow bile color in the body. Answers. I'm gonna go with this one.
It would seem you are troubled with a severe disease of the skin known as erysipelas. It is quite serious. Though you may find some temporary relief from the pain and fever by vigorously purging from your fundament. To induce such a thing, I do advise the consumption of a considerable quantity of prunes, or mayhap rhubarb. Of course, it does depend on the season.
Erysipelas? Prunes? Oh, merciful Lord, if it be thy will that I should die, and if thou hast writ these mortal signs upon the stars, I beseech thee, have thy servant Simon Foreman speak the truth.
Prithee, sir, I had not finished. Oh, my dear friend, I will not lie to you. Your condition is quite advanced. In truth, I fear you must prepare for the worst. If you will not share this grave news with Mistress Blagg, perchance you might speak to her from the safety of, from beyond the grave? That is to say, write her a letter that may be read to her after you're gone. Your loving words, though thus delayed, may provide her comfort in her time of grief and destitution.
God bless you for your candour, sir, as well your wisdom and friendship these last years. I will now go and pray upon what you have told me.
Dang. Is that the last one? Yeah. Querent, Thomas Blagg, seen January 17th, 1601 at 12. The querent did present with a rash on his nose and cheeks, and much bodily pain, wishing to know both its nature and its cure. I did diagnose a severe case of erysipelas, and advised the querent that he may die. I advised him to write a letter for his wife to read upon his death. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today. Oh, I already got a letter of recommendation. Okay. May the Lord God absolve me of my sins, for I fear my wife Alice will not.
An explorer's wife cannot share his life. She is left alone. She is left alone. away, so she. Good at home, good at home.
Good day, Mistress Fortescue. How may I help you this day? You seem a little out of breath.
Aye, 'tis but my bodice. My maidservant did lace it far too tightly. Methinks she is a trifle vexed with me. Indeed, the atmosphere in the Fortescue household is exceeding ill at present.
Verily? And why is that?
Someone has been stealing food from the larder in the night. This morning, 3 whole swan pies were missing. Each member of the Fortescue household suspects another.
And whom do you think is the author of these thefts, madam?
Well, I suspect my son Harold, as his fondness for pie is well known. But Harry denies it and has accused our maidservant Gladys. And 'tis true that Gladys has become suspiciously wide about the girth of late. And as for Gladys, well, she is convinced the culprit is our African parrot, Sir Muncelot Grey. But Sir Muncelot has denied the accusation and blames my monkey.
Ah, and who does your monkey blame?
How now, Dr. Foreman? Be not absurd. Monkeys cannot speak.
Ah, yes. Then 'tis fortunate that God can. Speak to us, that is, by way of the stars. Who in the Fortescue household has been sneaking into the larder at night to steal pies?
Swan pies? Ew. Who ate all the pies? Oh. Sybil Fortescue is a hypocrite. She needs to turn her finger of accusation on herself, for she ate all the pies. Jupiter in detriment and retrograde. This indicates hypocrisy and advises reversal. House of the Querent. Sybil's family and friends have exercised constraint and discipline in relation to the pies. Saturn. This suggests discipline and constraint. House of family and friends. Sybil's intuition about the identity of the pie thief is wrong. The solution to this mystery is counterintuitive. Neptune in retrograde. This advises reversing instincts. House of secrets. The thief is the one suspect who has maintained their silence. Venus is exalted in Pisces. This represents a quiet companion. House of lost and stolen goods. The Fortescue children have been raised well. They know not to steal pies. Mercury. This represents education. House of children. Evil from a foreign country is indicated here. Uranus falling in Taurus. This represents evil. House of foreign countries. Mistress Fortescue is advised to make changes to her will. She must cut her maidservant out of it. The moon. This represents domesticity. Pluto. This advises transformation. House of wills and inheritance. Mistress Fortescue's maidservant is untrustworthy and aggressive. The sun in detriment in Aquarius. This indicates untrustworthiness. Mars. This suggests aggressiveness. House of employees. I'm gonna say it's the monkey. It's the monkey.
Madam, you may eliminate your son from your inquiries, for according to the stars, you have educated him well, and he knows not to steal pies.
Harry is innocent, is he? Then who has been eating our pies?
I am afeard it is the very last individual you would suspect. An individual who is in this very room with us now.
How now, Dr. Foreman? Surely you would not accuse me?
Oh, nay, not you, madam. 'Tis your monkey. What was his name again?
You mean to say Sir Nanahad has been stealing our pies? Oh, my days! What a naughty monkey!
Quite. He is most naughty indeed, 'twould seem.
I must at once to him go and apologise to Sir Muncelot. I never should have doubted him. God give you good even, Dr. Foreman. You have been a bad boy, have you not, Sir Nanahad? Who's a naughty monkey? Yes, you're the naughty monkey. Yes, you're the naughty monkey.
Good even, Mistress Fortescue.
What the heck? Querent, Sybil Fortescue. Scene, February 6, 1601 at 9. The querent wished to know which family... I can talk, I promise. The querent wished to know which member of her household was stealing pies and other food from her larder at night. I did tell the querent that her monkey was responsible for the theft of the pies. Methinks the querent was pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Okay, I already got her letter of recommendation. In that case, I wonder what it is that is making Gladys so fat. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay. So I have 6. I could still get Emma's at least.
Hum, Humphrey Bell to play a leading Jane. You must pay the price of looking thin and nice. Drink over your fears, it's all your guilt and shame, lest you be judged and we a court you blame.
I don't know what that all means, but okay.
Good even, Mr. Bell. What brings you so late this evening, young sir? Have you come from the playhouse?
Yea, I'm come from playing a Duchess in a special performance of Richard II. You know, that play that makes the Queen look bad.
So, Mr. Shakespeare decided to revive his play, did he? I see.
I need you to tell me what to do about my pay. Our seamstress told me she heard Mistress Burbage discoursing how John Crisp is getting paid a full shilling for each performance.
And you feel this is unfair, I take it? I gather Mr. Crisp's pay is greater than yours.
Aye, sir. 'Tis full twice as much coin as they pay me. What I get is barely enough to cover my rent. And my parts are well bigger than his, innit?
And you can fathom no reason for this disparity in pay? He is more experienced, perchance.
What? I've been on the stage since I was a boy, and John's been playing for less than a year. Nay, sir. Mr. Burbage and them other company sharers are paying me less on account of how I'm doing the lady parts.
You mean to say you are being paid less simply because you perform lady roles?
Indeed. John only gets them main parts because he's big and tall, but I'm well better than he is. Critics call my Ophelia the most tantalisingly nubile and tragical performance since Henry Condell's Juliet.
Ah, yes. Having seen Hamlet, I would have to agree with them there. I must own that I, too, found your Ophelia most comely and alluring. Now, let's see what the stars advise. What can be done about you being paid less than players of masculine roles?
I'm being paid less than players who do the man parts. What can I do about it? Humphrey should wait. Pay equity will come in time. Saturn, this represents time, house of finances. Humphrey can solve his problem by using his romantic allure to seduce a woman. The moon, this represents a woman. Pluto, this represents sex, house of love and romance. Humphrey should continue to perform his duties and remain quiet about the discrepancy in pay. Venus exalted in Pisces, this advises quiet, house of duties. Oh, wait, I didn't do B. Humphrey must uncover the truth about what his colleagues are paid. Neptune in retrograde, this advises a reversal of deception, house of relationships. Secrets are allowing Humphrey's employees to behave hypocritically. Jupiter in detriment in retrograde, this suggests hypocrisy, house of secrets. Humphrey's employers are shrewd businessmen. Mercury, this indicates intelligence, house of business. Humphrey's boss will do evil to others if it means safeguarding his legacy. Uranus falling in Taurus, this represents evil, house of legacy. Humphrey's boss's wife is pregnant with a masculine child. His boss can therefore not be trusted. What? The sun or detriment in Aquarius. This indicates untrustworthiness. Mars, this represents masculinity, house of unborn children. I'm gonna go with this one.
According to the stars, your employers, the Lord Chamberlain's men, are very wise businessmen.
How do you reckon that? On account of them contriving to pay me less than I deserve?
Precisely so, Mr. Bell. And being so wise, they doubtless deter their hired men from discoursing upon the coin they receive for their labour, perchance to the extent where the men harbour such feelings of shame and suspicion about it, they would more readily show each other their privy parts before they would show their pay.
Aye, 'tis true enough. We oft pull our yardles out when we're jesting about and that. But as for a man's pay, forsooth, 'tis considered most private.
Well, such prudery must end if you and your fellow players are to advance your interests, Mr. Bell. Indeed, methinks that if you were all to begin freely discoursing upon these matters, you will find you are not the only player being paid unjustly. If you do decide to demand more coin from your employers, I advise you to unify with the other hired men and speak as one voice.
Zah! We shall unify and demand them company sharers pay us equal coin for equal playing.
Nice. Queert, Humphrey Bell, scene February 7th, 1601 at 9. The querent did lately learn he was being paid less than players who perform masculine roles, and sought my counsel on what he might do about it. I did advise the querent to encourage the other players to share knowledge of what they are paid, and then go together to demand coin that reflects the value of their skill and experience. Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Okay. I wonder where he got this notion of unifying from. Dr. Foreman is well ahead of his time, innit? I'll do one more. Oh?
Hear ye, hear ye! Earl of Essex, foiled in Queen, kidnap, attempt, shocker! Biggest treason fail since Babington plot! Hear ye!
Robert Devereux, Earl of Essex, has been arrested for plotting to kidnap the Queen and install himself as protector of the realm. Devereux was reported to have bribed a company of players to stage a revival of William Shakespeare's King Richard II, as this play invites treasonous comparison between the weak and incompetent King Richard and our present sovereign, Queen Elizabeth. It was Devereux's intention to use it to rouse an angry mob and lead them to the gates of Kensington Palace. Failing to muster sufficient support from the London populace, however, Devereux was compelled to return home to Essex House, where he was arrested. What? Oh my god.
Alice Black, she is a wife. 'Tis one way to live a life, oft with misfortune and with strife, especially if you be Black's wife.
Is he dead, I wonder?
Good day, Mistress Blagg. Pray tell, how did things fare with your gentleman friend, Owen Wood, the Dean of Armagh?
Alas, 'tis all over betwixt me and Dean Wood. I did ask him for a small loan, and he was most insulting about it. We have not spoken since. And I think I know why his ardour for me has cooled, for I did lately learn that he has been bedding half the women in the diocese.
Ah, yes. I too did lately hear of this.
So it seems your stars were right. There verily were other women vying for Dean Wood's affections. But this day I am come about my husband. Methinks he is ill, yet he pretends he is not.
Ah, pray describe his symptoms to me.
Well, yesterday I did remark that something was amiss when Molly McDoon and I returned from the playhouse. Well, there was a special performance of Richard II at the Globe. Know you of it? Oh, 'tis the play that makes the Queen look bad.
Aye, I know of it.
When I came in the door, there was an awful racket coming from our upstairs rooms. I went to see what the matter was and found my husband tucked up abed, moaning and wailing, and with a monstrous rash all over his face. He told me some nonsense about having been stung by wasps, and that he is merely tired. But I do not believe him.
I see.
I bid you, Foreman, tell me true, for I grow ill with worry. Is it grave? Blagg had better not think of dying on me afore he has paid his debts.
Ah, for as his widow, by law, you would inherit them, would you not? But mayhap there is little to worry about. Let us consult the stars and see. What ails Thomas Blagg, the Dean of Rochester?
I already know this. What ails my husband, Thomas Blagg? He is sick abed with a mighty rash. Thomas Blagg is troubled with a melancholy, a disease characterized by much woe and a preference for remaining abed. Jupiter in detriment in retrograde. This suggests a mild deficiency of blood. Virgo, ruler of the spleen. Thomas Blagg is suffering from swelling in the cods. This represents black bile. Scorpio, ruler of the privy member. Thomas Blagg is ill with erysipelas, a disease characterized by bodily pain and redness on the nose and cheeks. Pluto in retrograde. This suggests the possibility of death. Aries, ruler of the face. Okay, so I know he said please don't tell my wife, but I don't have any other meetings with him, so I'm just going to be truthful.
Alas, I am afeard your husband is ill with a disease known as erysipelas. He is in grave danger. Indeed, his case is advanced and beyond treatment. There is nothing to be done now but prepare yourself for his death, Mistress Blagg. Madam? Alice? Come, Alice, I will find you a chair.
Nay, I must not tarry. I am meeting Mistress McDoon at the Bear for a quiet one. Good day, Foreman.
But Alice...
Oh. Querent, Alice Blagg, seen February 8th, 1601 at 8. The querent's wife did come about her husband, whose symptoms include loud moaning, a severe facial rash, and a preference for remaining abed. I did diagnose erysipelas and warned the querent that her husband would most likely die. Aw. She didn't say anything. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna call it here. I just really want to finish this damn game. I'm going to finish it. I will. This is such an interesting game, and I love the way it plays out. I love the characters. I love the options that you can pick from. It's just really fun. I super love this game. Thank you so much for playing with me. I hope you had fun, because I definitely did. Please like and subscribe. It would mean so much to me, and I will see you later.